Hooray for Hollywood! Hello there, Stan the Movie Man with your WIMZ.com movie review. This week, your votes at WIMZ.com sent me to see 22 Jump Street. It stars Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, Peter Stormare, Ice Cube, Amber Stevens, Wyatt Russell, and more. It is the story of our favorite cops from 21 Jump Street, Schmidt and Jenko, Hill, and Channing Tatum. They are still doing undercover work, but not with Jump Street anymore. And because the brass wants more high-profile, big news kind of busts, they decide to reopen Jump Street. However, the church where it was in the first film has been bought back by the Koreans, so now they're across the street at the Vietnamese church, which is why it's 22 Jump Street. Schmidt and Jenko are sent to check out the use of a drug called Wi-Fi that is prevalent on the local college campus. It causes you to be extremely alert for 4 hours, and then you, as they say in the film, trip balls for the next period of time. A young girl who was using Wi-Fi died after throwing herself off the top of her dorm room when she got locked out of her room. Schmidt and Jenko are going back to college. Actually, Jenko never went to college. Schmidt's really looking forward to it. Jenko isn't. Now, the pair, Schmidt wants to do everything together. However, when Jenko meets the local college football quarterback, a guy named Zook, played by Wyatt Russell, and they become very close friends. They are almost the same person, in fact. Schmidt feels left out and wants to, is feeling neglected, like their relationship is falling apart. Schmidt talks to Maya, played by Amber Stevens, a young woman he meets in his psychology class, and they begin a relationship that becomes complicated later on. I'll leave you to discover that. Schmidt and Jenko, despite their differences, try to work together and figure out who is supplying Wi-Fi to the college kids. Of course, this is a sequel to 21 Jump Street. The film uses that fact for a lot of its humor. For instance, there is a under construction sign across the street from 22 Jump Street that says 23 Jump Street about some upcoming condominiums, implying the next film that will be based over there. And there are references throughout the film that point out the weaknesses usually of sequels. This film, however, does not have those weaknesses. Because it knows what it is and plays with that, it really finds a lot of humor in that part of itself. We see some folks who come back from the first film, which is nice, and they're very funny. Schmidt and Hill and Tatum are very funny comic actors. You'd be surprised, but Channing Tatum really can deliver the laughs. There is one particular scene where a secret about Maya is revealed, and it takes Channing Tatum his character a minute, to figure out the importance of that, and that whole section is very funny. I missed most of the lines because I was laughing along with the rest of the audience. It is a very funny sequel. The fact that the story drags a bit, 2/3 of the way through, isn't really that important. It uses a romantic comedy trope of the couple that is meant to be together, that comes apart and comes back together to support each other and find victory in the end. It is extremely funny. I suggest you see it. That's why I'm giving it 5 guitars. Go to WIMZ.com to read my complete review, as well as to vote for the movie that I see next time. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them to me at StanTheMovieMan@att.net. And remember, you can follow me on Twitter at MovieManStan. Till next time, toodles!